Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our loot videos for 200 Run Series Part 2. And this time is going to be for week number 20, where we actually ended up doing Molten Core, which is actually a raid and something we didn't do in the Series 1. I actually mentioned that I was thinking about doing this for just for fun for the 1000 Run Series, but I decided, we cleared up some extra space with getting Skolo done early. And actually, I think we have space for even another farm before we head back into islands. So I gotta try to figure out what I'm plopping that space. But I figured, why not go ahead and try it now, just to see, try our luck. It's not one of those popular farms that we normally would do to try to farm for transmog, and for good reason. I mean, it's a very low chance to get something out of there, but you can get things like the T-Boos. I've gotten Cloudkeeper Lake plates in the past from there, and some of those other big boy epics. But one of the big reasons people might step in there is, you can get things like Blood of the Mountain and Dark Iron Ore, which, yes, you can get that from BRD as well, but you have more Dark Iron nodes. Plus, you also have mobs that actually drop the Blood of the Mountain inside the raid there. Now, it is very long, and, going all the way to the end and dream walking out would take right around 6 minutes, maybe even over 6 minutes, depending on how you made it through the dungeon, or the raid, sorry. But as you can tell by the clip, I found a way to just go and do like the first little zone there and then find my way back out. And the reason why I did that was I was like, well, once you get past the point where I kind of turn around and head back out of the raid, there really isn't any more mobs that drop Blood of the Mountain. There are Dark Iron nodes, and there are decent amount, decent packs of mobs and stuff beyond that point. But I felt like, what's the point to keep going, and might as well save some time and try to do this raid efficiently and try to get as many Blood of the Mountains as possible, even though normally we don't go for materials. But that one does have a very high value and sells at a really good sell rate, so I felt like that was the best option to do. Now, I did after my 100th run, I started for my last run, because I was getting it done pretty fast. I decided to actually do a full clear with my last run, because I needed to dream walk out anyway to go ahead and clear my bags. Yeah, that's how few items we were getting. I was able to do all 10 runs before I needed to dream walk out in vendor. So that just kind of gives you an idea on how rare it is to actually get a drop. But stuff does drop, and again, if you are looking for something that's more packed full of materials to actually get some really quick sales, I mean, it is a really good one. And maybe luck out and get lucky and get a T-Boost or get some other big boy epic out of there. It's really good for something like that. But other than that, really would stick away from it if you're really trying to stock up your transmog, unless you just want to try something new, or like I said, looking for some quick material gold with a chance for a very rare epic. But anyway, guys, I think that's about it for Molten Core. We're going to do this as we always do. We'll first check out and see what problem we got from their 100 runs, and then we'll take a look and see what Thraw got for us for their 100 runs, concluding the 200 runs. And then yeah, we'll conclude everything for 200 runs of Molten Core. I might still do it for 1000 runs, and just to see. I am, it's nice to do something a little bit different here. But anyway, before we do hop to that first bank alt, if you guys do enjoy these videos, smash that big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right, guys, here we are, our first bank alt for Prowler. What did they get for 100 runs? And this is it. It's not much at all, man. It is rough. A lot of empty space, more empty space I think than any other farm we've ever done. But we did get some things. So first up here, we got our greens here, our low value items. We got 2 pairs of the elegant leggings, which are really good, especially for a low value item. I mean, 7,800 gold in value and a 0.015 sell rate. Very fast sellers here. So really good one to get there, which is nice, but nothing else, and no real high value items. I do have a recipe for a potion of petrification that is 58,000 in value and 0.004 sell rate. And actually, I didn't even get this inside the raid. You have to go into BRD to actually smelt your dark iron. And so on my way there to where you have to smelt the dark iron, there are a few mobs you pass. I decided, you know, I'm already hitting them, I might as well loot them. We're, you know, trying to make as much gold as possible this time around. So I did actually at least loot those, and I got a couple of lock boxes. Opening those lock boxes, I got this out of one of the lock boxes, so that's where I actually got that. And then here are the materials that we talked about: the blood of the mountain and the dark iron ore. So we got 34 blood of the mountains on this one, and you know, you can already see we got a total of 76. They're valued at 3,400 at a 0.350 sell rate. So very, very fast sellers here. And like I said, very high value there. Now for our dark iron bars, these tend to sell a little bit slower, but they do still sell. Not quite as slow as transmog a lot of the time, but they are valued at 120 gold a piece. And we got 311 on this tune, and they have a 0.287 sell rate. Actually seems like a pretty high sell rate too, but a little bit slower than the other one. But still, I feel like they don't sell nearly as fast as the blood of the mountain. I could be wrong. Hopefully they will sell fast. We actually ended up with 610 of those, 311 of them on this bank tune. And really, other than that, we did get some other, you know, we got some rune cloth from our little step into PRD. We got some other things like these fiery cores. We got some lava cores. They're very low in value, but I mean, it'll add up, it'll help out. And so yeah, we'll see, you know, just how much we can get from those things. So no real transmog, but really we don't really need it. We've got a ton of transmog right now already. I kind of already mentioned that when I was doing the loot video for Iron Docks with all those low value items. I was probably going to send those, which I did send those off to some of the bank alts we don't even take a look at because we just don't have room for it right now. I actually have a full guild bank on each one of my bank tunes for my low value stuff. I don't have a guild bank for my high value stuff, but I have 2 full guild banks on each realm, and I've actually started, you know, filling up the actual regular bank they have, and it's just a lot. All right, guys, so over here on Thraw, to, you know, wrap things up, let's go ahead and see if we got lucky with them. And no, it's about the same, pretty much. Actually, a little less because they didn't get any lockboxes, so they didn't have any extra recipe here. But we did get something a little bit different. We got a Mercurial Guard shield here for 8,900, 0.003 sell rate, and another pair of elegant leggings. Actually, I probably just prefer 2 elegant leggings over here too. But either way, it's whatever. We got something different. But if you notice, we did actually get more Blood of the Mountains. I know we already looked at the total, but we got 42 on this one. We did get a little bit less dark iron bars, but that also could be because I was tried a few times to do full runs to make them faster on, you know, the other, you know, Proudmoore's Druid, they go first. So I did that testing before I came up with my route with that one. So of course they ended up hitting more nodes in the very beginning, which kind of makes up. And again, also still with nodes and everything else from farming materials, there's a little RNG factor. Although 299 and 311 really is not that big of a difference. So I'm kind of shocked that actually they're only that few behind Proudmoore, like I said, since they ended up getting, you know, a little bit longer runs for the first few runs they did until I figured out the route I wanted to take. But anyway, that's pretty much going to conclude you know, Molten Core. Hopefully, with it being mostly materials, hopefully we can get everything sold this week. Hopefully the dark iron bars, they may take a little bit longer. I'm really hoping that the Blood of the Mountain though will sell this week, and some of the dark iron bars, I'd be happy with that. Maybe even some of the low value stuff, but we probably actually still have some elegant leggings floating around right now. I don't know about the shield, but I'm sure we got some elegant leggings, even though they sell super fast, floating around with some of my bank tunes. But anyway, that's it still was a lot of fun. Even though we didn't get any transmog, it probably was kind of nice to take a break from, you know, loading up the bank alts with a bunch of stuff, since like I said, they're well stocked now, which we will be working on this week coming up. But yeah, I mean, this can be a good farm for you if you're, you know, thinking, you know, hey, I've got plenty of transmog, or I got a good amount of transmog and I want to farm a little bit of materials with a chance of just getting some big high value epics, then, you know, and also if you only have one account and you can't do like the swapping like I do, maybe not, you know, of course you won't want to do the route like I did. You actually want to do a full one, but you could continuously do this if you did a full route. Like I said, it takes at least an hour, maybe even more, you know, if you do a full run. So it's something that you could consistently do if you only have the one druid. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was pretty short and sweet, I think. Try to keep it that way with it not being too much. But if you did like it, go ahead and smash the big thumbs up, and that way, you know, I know that you like it, and it helps out the channel. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one, which will be on the Underbog and Stone Core. So we're getting some more Kata items and some more stuff from BC. So yeah, trying to hit those BC dungeons now that we're kind of near the end. You know, last time I kind of tried to put them in the middle and at the beginning, but we saw from the first series you don't really get much out of the dungeons, so that's why we're saving them to last, to try to get those patterns now when we can, even if it is only like 2 per farm, or whichever, or 5 if we get super lucky. But anyway, guys, again, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care, guys.